What up, YouTube? I'm back with another one. I guess you can say this is the hidden car chronicles. I usually try to do a video every day about a topic. Friday I didn't get to do it because I had an interview, and so I was nervous and been getting prepared and focused on that. And right after the interview, I had to go to work. Now, with any interview I've had in the last couple of years, my fear level has been slight to none because I have employment, I have a job, and so it's nothing where I'm pressed to feel that if I don't succeed, me or my family won't eat. So I go in with minimal fear and go in and just do the best that I can in answering the questions that they have, and they always come up with different odd questions. I know the interview I had before the pandemic hit in terms of shutting everything down, they asked me if I could be an animal, what type of animal would I be? And that was the first time I've ever had that question in my life. That was weird, weirdest question in the world to me. But I think I said a lion, because I'm the king or queen of any situation. I go in to conquer and to lead, not to follow the herd. Um, but this interview, I was a little scared about. It was an opportunity where I would have more responsibilities and possibly learn a skill set that would put me in a position to go somewhere and to be able to be a supervisor. That's my next goal in a sense when it comes to the field that I work in, not necessarily my next goal in life. I hope to be able to, put together my poems and maybe have a book of them someday. So I went to this interview. I was maybe 25 minutes early getting there, but the place was kind of hard to find. I found it. I went in nervous. Never had it where, like, the secretary, it was an open space. So while I was sitting waiting for them to come and interview me, the secretary was out there and a couple other workers. I don't know their title, but they were having conversations. And I felt like I was being watched during that whole little situation, which I probably was. And they probably spoke on however I said or whatever I did within the moments leading up to me going in for an interview. The guy came out maybe about 5 to 10 minutes before the interview was to start and said they had a meeting. They were running over late. They were gonna try to hurry and get me out as soon as they could because they knew I had to go to my job later. So I waited, and maybe 15, 20 minutes after the fact they came and got me. And it wasn't one person. I thought whoever he was in there having a meeting with were going to walk out and going to go and handle whatever business they handled throughout the course of the day. No, they stayed. They stayed. That's what they did. So it was four people in total. It was three managers from three different districts within the company. It was one from Brownstown, Sterling Heights, and Warren. And they were all men, of course. And then it was their boss, which was a man, um, in there grilling me with all types of questions, and of course passing judgment, which I don't fault them for, because you have to do within the interview. You have to take that 30 to 40 minutes to try to size up or sum up a person and see would they be a good fit or bring value to your company. Which I've never thought that's enough time to judge a person and really see who they are and their ethics and what they would bring. But it's what you had to work with, so I worked with it. And then, unfortunately, my special family, my mother, who I talk to every single night that I get off work, that's like my nightly ritual because she works on the course of a day, and now I go in like the middle of the day. So it's my ritual to talk to her at night and make sure she all right and talk about our day. She knew I had an interview too, and she knew what time it was. She called me, and of course, I thought before I go into any interview too, I put my phone on silent. I thought it was on silent, but of course, as soon as the question started, my phone rang. I go to stop it from ringing, and I look at it, and who is it? Of course, it's my mother. She said she remembered like maybe after two rings in and quickly hung up the phone, but that damage was already done. And I know during the interview you shouldn't be, you should be 15 minutes early. You should be dressed for your interview, and you shouldn't have your phone ringing, beeping, sending you notifications or anything else. Essentially, your phone should be off. So I knew that was a strike against me. And then as they sat there and asked me questions, and all of them focused directly in on me, um, some of my responses weren't as articulate as I would have liked to have them. I kind of stuttered a little bit, and just because of the eyes on me, even though on a daily basis I have a lot of eyes on me and people that I'm sure pass judgment, and so I've learned to curve that and not really focus on what's focused on me. But it's kind of hard when you're the center of the situation when it's just focused on you and you know that's the way it's supposed to be. So when they ask me questions like how I would deal with people, because it's a team lead position and it was a containment company, quality containment company, that those type of companies run through people, run through temps. You will have people that, and you will have people that don't want to work, and people that'll come and that won't come back after lunch, or that you will have to let go because time is of the essence there, and you have to focus. So they asked me different questions about how I would deal with people, how I would work in a tight situation. And one of my biggest answers to what they said was me stepping up to the plate because you don't always have good people. Sometimes you have to pick up that slack, and then make sure you let your boss know of the faults in the people that you have, and they make that determination on whether they want to let them go or not. So I answered in that manner, but yet and still, it felt like a little kid being scalded, a little kid being judged, and it was a very uncomfortable situation. And at the end of the day, whether I get it or not, I'm still currently employed and making pretty decent money. So me understanding why my fear was so high, couldn't tell you, but it was there. But it gave me inspiration to make a poem about the interview process, about, you know, being on time and keeping your time and letting, expressing that no man but God can judge you. And that, you know, even if you don't get what you first go for, you'll land where God plans for you to be. And so this is just a little bit about that poem and about, you know, what it meant for me and what I experienced that day, some of the emotions. But thank you for listening. Please, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you have a wonderful day and keep your head high and know that no one can judge you but God. Have a good one.